fiery horse with the speed of light, a cloud of dust, and a hearty hi-yo, Silver, the Lone Ranger. With his faithful Indian companion Tonto, the masked rider of the plains led the fight for law and order in the early western United States. The stories of his strength and courage, his daring and resourcefulness have come down to us through the generations. And nowhere in the pages of history can one find a greater champion of justice. Return with us now to those thrilling days of yesteryear. From out of the past come the thundering hoofbeats of the great horse Silver. The Lone Ranger rides again.
Come on, Silver. There's trouble on the trail ahead. Hi-yo, Silver! Away!
Thunder Morgan was a giant of a man. He stood head and shoulders above any other man in town, and the stories of his tremendous strength put him in the same class with the legendary Paul Bunyan. Thunder lived under the constant fear of but one thing, and that was the wrath of Mrs. Pringle, who looked after the big fellow when he got in trouble, which he frequently did. For instance, tonight in the local cafe, Thunder was in a very ugly frame of mind.
Barkeep, would you mind repeating that last remark? Did I hear you say that you doubted my remarks about wiping out the Snake Bend gang single-handed?
Oh, no, Thunder. You wiped them out. I always said you did.
All 10 of them.
Sure, all 10 of them. Make it 20. I always said that Thunder Morgan was a fighting machine. My cousin always said...
Hold on there.
Huh?
What's the matter with the present company?
Why, nothing at all.
I've tore the walls clear out of stronger buildings than this one. I've busted the neck of bigger men than you by just squeezing them between my thumb and one finger.
Yeah.
But you don't like the present company. You gotta drag your cousin in. Why don't you speak out like a man and say you don't like old Thunder Morgan, huh?
Thunder, I never said anything about not liking you.
Oh, now you're calling me a liar.
Oh, my sakes alive.
I'm a liar, am I? Calling me a liar right to my face. Why, you mangy, low-living...
Listen to me, Thunder Morgan. Listen to
and
me.
And now, by the jumping, jingling juniper, he's giving me orders. Ordering me around like I was his slave.
Just a minute.
Eh? Well, now, who are you to butt your nose in?
Morgan, get out of here.
What's that?
I said get out of here. Mrs. Pringle doesn't want you here when you're in one of your proddy moods looking for a fight.
Boys, did you hear that? Telling me to get out. Well, cut off my ears. I've heard everything.
Look here, stranger. Don't commit suicide in here. Last time Thunder had a fight, the whole place was wrecked.
There'll be no fight.
He's like a wild
Stranger,
bull.
I'm calling on you to draw. Draw your gun or go back to the corner and sit down.
Oh, so you're yellow.
I'm what?
You have to depend on a gun.
Oh, like fun I do. I'll show you.
You missed.
I'll show you. I'll knock your teeth down your throat.
One for the stomach, one for the chin.
Never in all my born days. You knock him down.
All right. Get up, Morgan.
Oh, what'd you hit me with?
You want some more?
Oh, no, wait. Let me get up. I want to look at you. You're the first man that ever knocked me off my feet.
Mrs. Pringle doesn't want you here when you're looking for a fight.
Let me buy you a drink.
All you've got to do is pay for the chair and table you smashed.
The chair and table I smashed.
You fell on them.
Well, doggone it, who made me fall on them? All right, I'll pay. Here, barkeep, take this. If there's any change, buy a drink for this hombre. I'm going home and think this over. I don't know what's the matter with me getting down, knocked around that way. Reckon it must be something I ate. I gotta think it over. Nothing like that ever happened before.
I'll buy a drink for the stranger. Drinks on the house. For you, stranger. Name your Pison. Step up, boys. Come on. Hey, wait, stranger. Come back here. We want to speak to you.
Which way did that big fella go, Tonto?
Him go down road, that way.
Yeah, that's the direction of his home.
Ah.
Mrs. Pringle was worried about him. She said he's one of the most harmless men in the world. When he has a drink, well, he gets quarrelsome.
Ah.
She's always afraid he'll get in a shooting scrape.
Those gunshots.
Get up. Come on, get up there.
Down that way. Get to the saddle.
You want mask?
No time. I'll put it on while I ride. He's a big fella. Come on, Silver.
Get him up, scout.
Right over that way, Tonto. See who was hit. I'll go after the rider. Come on, Silver.
Where's that shooting come from?
I saw it that way. Come on.
It's near Thunder Morgan's place.
Get your horse and we'll corral the critter that shot him.
The sheriff is doggone strict about this sort of thing.
Someone's going to get jailed for that shooting.
Yeah.
Come on, mount up there. Hip there. Get up there.
Men from the cafe reined up in front of Thunder Morgan's house. They saw the giant sprawled on the ground, hit by 2 bullets. Beside him knelt Tonto.
A redskin. An Indian shot Thunder.
Grab him. Lynch that redskin.
Let me through. Stand aside.
Sheriff, it's Thunder Morgan. The redskin shot him.
Lopez and Grant, stay here and help me. The rest of you clear out. Go on, Vamoose. Get him.
We'll help you. You heard what the sheriff said, boys.
Break it up. Go on away like the sheriff says.
All right, Redskin. Stand to one side. Let me take a look at the dead man.
Him not dead.
Why'd you shoot him?
Me not shoot him.
Land won't help you. Put a rope on him, boys.
I'll tie the critter.
You stand back. Me fix wound. I'll hit bad. Maybe
Take
die.
the Redskin away. You heard what I said. I'll stop the gunplay in this town or die trying.
Sheriff, what's happened? Now, how bad is Thunder Morgan hit? Whoa there. Whoa, boy, whoa.
Oh, now, Ma Pringle, this is none of your affair.
It is so my affair. Thunder's my friend. If anyone killed him, they'll deal with me.
Well, this Redskin shot him, but he's still breathing.
Me not shoot him.
This redskin?
That's right.
Why, this is Tonto.
I don't care who he is.
This is the friend of the Lone Ranger.
Who? Friend of the Lone Ranger.
None other.
Where is the Lone Ranger?
Him right after fella who shoot him. Him be back soon.
The Lone Ranger was in my place. I was telling him about Thunder Morgan, how the big galoot never means harm, but when he falls for a drink of liquor, he goes around asking for trouble.
You are going to tell us the Lone Ranger was the one that called him in your cafe.
Yes.
He wasn't masked.
He wore a disguise.
What's he doing here?
Well, hunting the critters that robbed the stage at Deadwood a few weeks ago. There was a lot of mail stolen, as well as a lot of folding money.
Yes, I heard about that.
The Lone Ranger heard that the crooks headed this way. He was talking to me. We'd met before, asking about newcomers to town.
I see.
How do you know it was the Lone Ranger?
Red Grant, you never saw anyone else that'd stand up to Thunder like that man did a few minutes ago?
I reckon that's right.
Injun, you've been working over Thunder while we've been talking. What about him? Will he pull through?
Him live if him get good care.
Then he'll get good care. Tote him into his house and I'll take care of him. I'll see that he gets the best care he can get.
You like the big galoot, don't you, Ma Pringle?
Well, yes, I do. Oh, if only he wouldn't forget and take a drink. One drink and he's out for trouble. I've always been afeard that someone would shoot him someday.
Grant, you take one shoulder, I'll take the other. Loftus, you and the Redskin take his feet. Oh, you open the door. We'll get him inside.
All right.
Easy, boys.
He left a light going here.
Put him here in the bunk. Ma, can you find us something to wrap up his wound with?
Yes, I'll find something.
Tonto. Tonto.
Huh? Oh, me fix him.
Hold on, Mrs. Pringle. What are you trying to cover up?
Well, nothing.
You made a grab at something, Mrs. Pringle. What was it?
Now, see here,
Let me
Grant.
see, Miss Pringle.
It's a mistake. It's a mistake, I tell you. Thunder didn't do it. He... Oh, dearie me.
Look at this, Sheriff. Folding money and a sizable bundle of it.
Yes. Thunder never had this much cash at one time in his life.
Hey, Sheriff, that stage robbery.
Oh, well, let me see. I've got a handbill about it here in my pocket someplace. Wait till I see.
You said there was some folding money stole.
Yes, but Thunder
Here's a
didn't...
handbill. $3,000 of folding money stolen.
He's getting conscious.
Miss Pringle.
Yes, Thunder, I'm here. I'm right here. You're asking for me.
I never busted my word.
What's that,
I
Thunder?
didn't drink liquor, honest, I didn't.
Now, don't fib to me, Thunder.
No, it's the truth.
You've got plenty more than taking a drink to answer for.
Oh, please, Sheriff, not
Now's
now.
as good a time as any. Where's the rest of the cash you stole from the stagecoach?
What?
I said, where's the stolen cash? You might as well speak up. The description says the thief was a mighty big man. At least one of the thieves was. We've got the goods on you, Morgan.
The chances are one of his gang shot him for not splitting the cash.
You better talk now, Morgan. Where's the rest of the money? And who is the rest of your gang?
I don't know what you're talking about. I never touched a drink of liquor, not after promising Mrs. Pringle.
Someone outside.
See who it is, Loftus. Maybe it's a Lone Ranger.
Sheriff, come quick.
Tim, where'd you come from?
Never mind the questions. Come on with me and come fast. You Redskin. Are you named Tonto?
Me, Tonto.
Well, he wants you. He wants you right away. He's hurt. He may be dead.
Who?
Well, the masked man.
Masked man?
The Lone Ranger. He was shot.
Me go.
Wait, I'll show you where he
Oh,
is.
great day. The Lone Ranger shot. Come on, Grant. Come on, Loftus.
Oh, my sakes alive. What's going to happen next? First Thunder, and now the Lone Ranger.
Miss Pringle, I heard him.
Oh, Thunder, get back on that bunk. You're not able to walk around. Lie down now.
Wait. Lone Ranger. He's the one knocked me down.
Yes, but...
Finest man alive. I'll kill the mangy skunk that shot him.
Thunder, listen to me. You gotta listen to me. You're in trouble. The sheriff has evidence that you robbed the stage. Do you understand me?
Oh, I gotta sit down here. Get my strength back.
Did you rob the stage?
No more than I busted my word to you and drunk liquor.
But you did take a drink. Just a little one.
No, I didn't.
Oh, Thunder, you know that ain't true. You come into the cafe just a spoiling for a fight.
I don't know what happened. Don't know why I acted so. I know it only takes a swallow to make me get that way. That's why I never touch a single solitary drop. I can't figure it out.
Oh, Thunder. Don't say any more. There's no use trying to make you tell me the truth. No use.
In the open country, the moonlight fell on a tall masked man who lay on the ground near a big white stallion. Tonto was at the Lone Ranger's side, while the sheriff, Grant, and Loftus, and the man called Tim stood back.
I saw Thunder when the shot was fired. I thought I saw the critter running away. Disappeared into the valley, and I lit out after him. Then the Lone Ranger came up and caught me.
Where'd the shot come from?
A clump of cottonwoods some distance from Thunder's home.
It'd take a good shot to go that far.
I was sure I saw the gun flash. 2 times at that. When the masked man was talking to me after catching me, there was another shot a long way off, and he fell.
How is he, Tonto?
Me not know yet.
Tim, if that masked man dies, you hang.
But, Sheriff...
Hang for the murder of the masked man and the shooting of Thunder Morgan. And maybe we'll tie you into a stage hold-up as Thunder Morgan's partner.
Well, I didn't have anything to do with those things, Sheriff. Honest, I didn't.
We'll see about that, Tim. Your story sounds mighty hard to believe.
We take masked man to house, carry him plenty careful.
Whatever you say. Whose house we taking him to?
Thunder Morgan.
Injun, will he live? Tell me he will. He's got to live.
We know by and by.
The curtain falls on the first act of our Lone Ranger story. Before the next exciting scenes, please permit us to pause for just a few moments.
now to continue our story. The Lone Ranger, wounded, was taken from the plains to Thunder Morgan's house, where Tonto dressed his wound and covered him with a blanket. Thunder was by this time fully conscious and badly confused.
I tell you, Sheriff, I don't know what got into me. I didn't take a drink.
Never mind that. Where's those big boots you're wearing, Winter?
Boots?
You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, sure, I do. They're right over here in this box.
Sit still, Thunder. I'll get 'em. The less you move around, the sooner you'll get well. Here they are. My sakes alive, they weigh a ton.
According to the description here, the stage robber that was in charge of the gang wore boots like those.
You can't pin that robbery on me.
According to the information I got, you were out of town at the time of that robbery. Ain't got an alibi, have you?
Oh, no, I couldn't give an alibi.
Looks like you're the one, Morgan. It is for you, Tim. I want more of your story. You say the shots that hit Morgan came from the cottonwoods over to the north.
I'm sure I saw gun flashes there.
Maybe you did.
I did so, Loftus. That's why I rode that way. The Lone Ranger saw me riding from the house and started after me. The same one that shot Thunder Morgan fired on the Lone Ranger.
Sheriff.
Praise be, he's conscious.
Oh, yes. How bad is the wound?
And the bullet was fired at long range. It was nearly spent.
Long range, huh?
The same as the shots that hit Morgan.
Well, that's just what Timmy said.
Sheriff, the cottonwoods. Take one of the men. Look for footprints there.
But it's dark.
Burn torches.
Right now?
You must go now. Tim will go with you, and one of the men.
All right, then.
I'd go, Sheriff, only I've got a game leg, and the night air is bad for it. I'll stay here on guard.
I'll go along, Sheriff.
All right, Grant. Loftus can stay here.
Tonto will help you look for the footprints.
Me go.
Well, come on, then. I reckon the Lone Ranger knows what he's asking us to do.
He must have some reason for wanting the footprints found right away.
I can show right about where I saw the gunfire.
Well, Mrs. Pringle, I don't suppose there's much use of you waiting around any longer. Neither of these two are hurt as serious as they seem to be.
Well, I wanted to... All right, then. I'll go. If you want anything, Thunder, get word to me. Poor critter. I can't believe you ever did anything wrong.
Well, there's Mrs. Pringle. Where you going, ma'am?
Sheriff, the Lone Ranger has some plan.
Sure he has.
Well, I mean he wants to be in the house alone. He just signaled me to leave.
Him find stage robber, find killer. Plenty soon.
Thunder Morgan is a robber.
Him not robber. You come, we hunt footmark. Get him up, Swout!
Loftus watched the men riding away in the distance. And when they had disappeared over the horizon, he walked back into the room where the Lone Ranger and Thunder Morgan were left because of their wounds. Neither of the two men was seriously injured, but Loftus had been left to guard Morgan, who was suspected of a stage robbery. Making a tour of the room, Loftus barred the windows and doors, paused for a moment beside the table where Thunder's medicine was kept, and then walked over to the Lone Ranger.
I suppose you've got a pretty definite idea about this stage robbery, huh?
Yes, Loftus. A pretty definite idea.
That's good. I'd hate to think poor old Thunder was a real crook.
He isn't.
But the facts are sure stacked against him.
Perhaps not as high as you think.
How's that?
The guard on the stage described the robbers.
Yeah?
He told how one of them was a giant of a man, but he didn't remember that the giant wore high boots.
What's that to do with it?
Might have a lot to do with it. You see, there were other footprints found at the scene of the crime.
What?
We'll wait. It's important that the sheriff find the footprints.
Thunder, I sure would like to see you go free. I sure would.
Where you going?
Your medicine. It's time to take it again.
Oh, that doggone stuff.
Now, you know what you promised Mrs. Pringle.
I know, but I'm going to do without it now.
Promised her that you'd never touch another drop of red-eye. That medicine has helped you to keep your promise.
I don't take no stock in that sort of thing.
Just the same, you better take a dose. Here, I'll pour it out for you.
Oh, I don't want it.
Let me give it to him.
Well, if you want to.
Well, now, see here, that stuff is no good.
Ask Loftus for a cup of water.
Hey, Loftus, I gotta have water to drink after that stuff to take the taste away.
Keno, I'll get you water.
Now, listen to me, Morgan. Make believe you drink it and act as if you're starting a fight.
For what?
Do what I say.
Here's your water.
Hurry up, give it.
Oh, took it already, huh? Good for you.
Stuff sure tastes awful.
Yeah, it's doing you good, though, Thunder. You keep on with it. Maybe if it's proved you didn't have a hand in the stage robbery, you'll win Widow Pringle.
Huh.
What's the matter, Thunder?
Why are you looking at me?
Why not?
You're the one that knocked me down.
Yes, of course I did.
Made me pay for a table that I busted when you knocked me down.
That was fair enough.
It's a good thing he hasn't got his gun on, Thunder.
That's right. He don't have his gun, does he?
Sit down, Morgan.
We started something that wasn't finished. You remember that?
Go ahead and finish it.
By Juniper, I got a notion to lay you across my knee and bust you in two. I got a notion to tie you into a knot and wear you around my neck.
Careful, Thunder. That man's a fighter. Don't forget that he knocked you down.
I ain't forgetting. I'm remembering. Where's my shooting iron?
Right there on the shelf.
Then I'm going to finish what was started a while ago.
Meanwhile, the sheriff, Tonto, and the rest of the men had followed Tim back to the spot where he said he had seen Thunder fire the shot that wounded the Lone Ranger. They spent some time searching around the cottonwood grove where Tim had seen the gun flash, but to no avail. Tonto seemed to join in the search only half-heartedly. For most of the time, his attention was focused on the house where Thunder and the masked man had been left. Then suddenly...
If that wasn't a gunshot, I'm crazy.
And from the house. It was over there.
Never mind the footmarks. Come on, back to the house.
Wait.
Injun, we gotta
Wait.
There's another shot.
Oh, we've got to get there.
Wait. Watch for signal.
There was only 3 of them there. If there's one more shot, there'll be none to give a signal.
What kind of signal?
Wait. Watch window.
For how long?
Now we go there. You come.
Then let's travel.
Get up.
Quickly, the men mounted their horses and rode at top speed back toward the house. There were 2 things that none of them could understand. Who had been firing the shots that interrupted their search? And why was Tonto so interested in some signal from the window? When they reached the house, the sheriff was the first to open the door. He stood speechless for a moment when he saw the prone figures of 2 men stretched on the floor. Then...
Loftus.
Sheriff, thank goodness you got back.
Great guns. What's happened here?
Him shot.
It was awful. Look at this bottle of medicine. It's stuff that Thunder Morgan was drinking.
Who shot these 2?
Thunder Morgan shot the masked man. He was going to shoot me, and I fired in self-defense. I don't think he's dead. Maybe just winged. I tried to wound him, not kill.
Doggone.
What happened?
Look at this stuff. This medicine that Thunder was drinking.
I know about that. It's something Mrs. Pringle fixed so he wouldn't hanker for red eye.
But this is red eye.
What?
Look, smell of it. Taste it. There's no mistaking it. The big bluffer kept liquor in this bottle. Why, he took a drink right under our noses. Then he got ugly. You can see for yourself that he was drinking.
Thunder, you doggone old fool, has finally got you into trouble. And the murder you done was about the worst you could have done.
You maybe get Mrs. Pringle, huh?
Me? Yeah, sure. Sure, I'll go get her right away. I won't be long.
Well, see here.
Wait. Let me watch him.
It's all right, Tonto. I'm watching him.
He's alive.
After I was brought here, I made the most of the fact that some of you thought I was unconscious.
Go ahead. I knew when I saw you, you weren't shot.
I put blanks in both guns.
Yippee!
Oh, Dad ran it all. Let me in on things.
You'll know all about it in a minute, Thunder. There's something else that must be done.
Thunder, if you shot at the Lone
He
Ranger...
didn't shoot at me, Sheriff. He just made believe he was drunk. Loftus fired at me after he tried to make Thunder do it. Then Loftus shot at Thunder. Thunder had been told to make believe he was killed.
What all that talk about the boots, my high boots?
Now, Grant, Sheriff, and Tonto, come with me. Thunder and Tim will stay here.
In the cottonwood grove, Loftus hurriedly scraped the ground at the base of a tree with sticks. Then, walking backwards, he scraped out his marks of his own feet made.
That's enough, Loftus.
What?
This isn't the way to Mrs. Pringle's home.
You!
Get your hands up.
Loftus, you're scraping out footprints.
Wait, I had an idea. I thought...
You thought you were trapped.
But, it's the masked man. Now, wait. There's something I've got to explain.
There's a lot for you to explain. Get back to the house.
Oh, see, get your hands up.
Go ahead and fire.
I won't be taken alive, savvy that? Stand where you are, I'll shoot. I swear I'll shoot.
Go on and shoot. You killer. Now carry him to the house. Put him there on the floor.
There's still blanks in his gun.
Of course.
Get up, Loftus.
Throw some water on him.
Me get water.
I hope it's good and cold.
Here. Let's bring him to and hurry.
Look at him floundering like a hooked fish.
Let me out of this.
Loftus, when you thought your footprints would betray you, you tried to kill us. Then you tried to rub out the prints you made when you fired at Thunder.
Now, wait.
You were one of the stage robbers. You tried to frame Thunder by putting liquor in his medicine bottle. You thought people would suspect him when they'd found he'd been drinking again. You planned every step trying to frame Thunder Morgan.
Now, listen. Let me talk.
There's nothing you can say.
I admit it. The Lone Ranger's got it right.
You gave yourself away when you planted the stolen money here in Thunder Morgan's home.
How'd you know?
Otto saw you. His back was to you, but he faced that mirror on the wall.
That doggone mirror. I'll confess it.
Confess? We got you without a confession.
I didn't intend to shoot Thunder. He came back sooner than I thought. I had to plant the cash, but I didn't have the chance.
You in the cottonwoods?
Yes.
And You used a rifle for long-range shooting.
Yes, I did.
Well, there's one hope for you, Loftus. You can name the men who helped you and tell where the cash is hidden. Then a jury might show mercy.
Wait. I got a better way than that. Now I'm fighting mad without no red eye. Why, you dirty, mangy, sawed-off skunk.
Now hold him. Keep him back.
Wild horses couldn't keep me back. You squeal or I'll tie you into a knot and wear you around my neck.
I'll talk. Wait. This is how it happened.
Well, we're finished here, Tonto.
Sheriff, take over now.
It was Lefty in the redhead. We fixed it to look like Lefty was real tall by patting him out and standing him on stilts.
Oh, that accounts for it, Tonto. They stood a man on stilts and had him padded to be as big as Thunder Morgan. Easy, big fella. Well, that's one frame-up that backfired. Come on, Silver.
Get him up, Scout. How wound now?
It'll be all right when we get to camp where we can rest. Come on, boy. I'll Silver! Away!
The story you have just heard is a copyrighted feature of the Lone Ranger Incorporated.